Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Sopiarz-Rianda, and we are starting a brand new unit, The Powers of Patterns through Steinbeck. And this is a really exciting unit. Steinbeck is one of my favorite American authors, and I feel like you might feel the same way after this unit is through. This is our last unit for the semester, if you can believe it. As you can see, here is really kind of the rest of our schedule until finals. So last week we had catch-up week, and good job to those of you that took advantage of catch-up week and submitted in those late assignments to get you up to passing and or better. And so what we're doing this week is click on Unit 3, The Power of Patterns through Steinbeck. You can see here is your schedule for the week. And the most important thing to remember about this session is honestly to get your book. By today, Wednesday, November 6th, you need to have your book in hand because you are responsible for reading 1/4 of your book this week. You're going to be breaking up your book into 4 parts over 4 weeks. So be sure that you get your book, you have your book at hand, either from the library, from your parents' private library, from a friend, from a neighbor, a Nook, be it digital, whatever. Spark Notes are not, do not count. So be sure you have that book in hand, because if not, you're going to fall behind quickly this unit. So here are those essential questions that we'll be thinking about during this unit and in this session. And the first thing that we are going to be doing is studying the life and background of Steinbeck. And the way that you're going to do that is to watch this video by clicking on that link right there. And it is 29 minutes long, so it's a pretty substantial video. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking notes while you are watching this video. You're going to list all the significant events in his life that have impacted his writing. Again, the events in his life that you feel have impacted his writing. And then you're going to narrow it down to 10 important events in his life. So your 10 events should be in chronological order from beginning, middle, and end of Steinbeck's life. So from the beginning to the end in chronological order, 10 events. And you'll do that by numbering your paper 1 through 10 and in a Word doc, saving that Word doc, and then submitting it on the next page here. Okay, so after you've learned about Steinbeck, it's time to explore how writers get their ideas and what makes a good story. So first, you're going to read the letter linked below, which is right here. And it's a letter from Steinbeck. It's actually a letter from Steinbeck to all writers explaining what writing is all about. How awesome is that, right? So after you read that, you need to pick at least one of these 3 prompts and answer them in complete sentences in the discussion board. Okay? And then don't forget to respond to at least 2 other students in the post. You don't necessarily have to respond to just if you answered, for example, what advice does Steinbeck give to writers? Is this a valid point? If you answer that one, that's fantastic, but you don't need to respond to a person who responded to the same one you did, because you've all obviously read the same article. So be sure that you post to one of these questions and then respond to 2 other students. So you'll have a total of 3 posts this week. And then click Next. And as I mentioned, throughout this unit, you're going to be reading one of Steinbeck's short novels, just one. So choose from the novels listed below. All are available. Be aware that some are easier than others. And remember, I sent out that message, and there's a link to a few of the controversial content. So look at all those links and reviews and choose one of the novels that you feel best fits you. Once you've chosen your novel, you should create a reading schedule like this one on the left. You should complete 1/4 of the novel each week. So the sample on the left is for a 208-page book. Tortilla Flat, which is the longest novel. And this is how you would break it up. Okay? So be sure to create that schedule. Once you have selected your book and created your schedule, the next step is to read 1/4 of the Steinbeck novel. The best way to do this, honestly, is to sit down every day and say, for example, it's 52 pages. You want to spread that out over 4 days. Just divide that number by 4. So it leaves you a couple of days to actually do the work. So about 10 to 15 pages a day is what you should be reading if you want to break it down. So you can break it down by week, and then you could break it down further by day. Okay? That's the best way I would think to do it. Once you have read 1/4 of the novel, then you are going to be completing a literary journal. And you're going to be doing this for every single writing or reading assignment this unit. So down here, I've created 4 documents, all that align with these options for your literary journal. Okay? So engaged reading is the goal. I think you'll find that completing these activities during and immediately after reading will help you retain that information. I highly recommend using these entries when you write your essay. You may often find that much of the essay is already written because you were asked to write about quotes and predictions and outcomes. You need to complete just one of these journal options for this session. So you can do quotes and notes, predictions and outcomes, critical commentary, summary and image, or a combination of things that you can contact me if you want to do a combination of things. And again, there's documents down here that will help you with these, at least these 4 options for your literary journal this session. Okay? And there's also a part 2 to those literary journals. So here on the next slide, be sure to submit your literary journal and complete both parts 1 and 2 to receive full credit. And then you're all done. Get ready to read the 2nd quarter of your book, okay? Again, be sure to do those journals while you're reading or right after you're done reading so everything is fresh in your mind. If you have any questions about anything this week, please let me know. Thanks.